The automotive industry is an ever-changing climate where the consumer taste can shift on a dime. You never know which vehicles might be the next big thing. Unfortunately, when it comes to figuring out consumer tastes, it can be a hard distinction between comfort and the next fad of vehicle design. The modern station wagon was the family car of choice long before the modern crossover and the minivan became popular. During the 80s, there was just about a wagon for every type of consumer taste. Knowing this, it can be a bit difficult to actually remember all of the unique wagons that came across during this time. The 80s were a magical and rather strange time for the automotive industry, as there was still a good deal of international automakers attempting to sell vehicles domestically, such as Peugeot. To this day, the station wagon is still a reasonable choice for the family that needs versatility, as well as the functionality that a wagon can provide without the need for an oversized SUV or a minivan. The station wagons of the 80s were some of the most memorable and odd designs in the automotive industry, with many models featuring the classic wood paneling look that made these vehicles the staple of the modern family during this time. There were also more unique wagons, such as those from AMC, that offered an off-road driving capability, which was quite unique at the time. Here are 13 American station wagons no one remembers, because, well, they're station wagons. The 1985 Buick Century has always been a value-oriented model, slotting right under the identical Regal model. What made the 1985 Buick Century station wagon a great car was the stellar interior volume, which made the car a great deal for growing families or just about anyone who needed a one-of-a-kind family car. The 1985 Buick Century station wagon was also powered by a smooth-running V6 engine, which helped the wagon to lead its segment in terms of power and ride quality. Perhaps one of the most iconic wagons to date, the AMC Eagle is known for being a one-of-a-kind blend of style and off-road capability, which made the wagon both fun to drive and increasingly versatile. The AMC Eagle was never a massive seller, and the car was released at a time when the AMC Vehicle Company was in major financial trouble. The AMC Eagle was a stellar wagon that was designed to really give the driver a different type of off-road experience and something that is not generally seen out of a wagon. Based on the Chevrolet Caprice, the 1986 Pontiac Parisienne station wagon was a brand name that you probably haven't heard of. Being one of the rarer cars to roll off a GM assembly line, the 1986 Pontiac Parisienne station wagon is a one-of-a-kind choice for a family wagon that you might not have seen or experienced. The 1986 Pontiac Parisienne station wagon also used one of the more powerful V8 engines to be featured in a large family wagon. The interior features and standard option made the car a pleasant experience for most families to drive. The Buick Skyhawk was one of the more innovative compact wagons released during the band's heyday in the 80s, and here's why. For starters, the little wagon offered a good deal of the innovative Buick luxury features, which made the little wagon one of the more responsible choices for a family car. Buick cars already offer more options than your average run-of-the-mill vehicles, and the Buick Skyhawk is evidence of that, offering a one-of-a-kind blend of sportiness and functionality. The corporate cousin of the Ford Crown Victoria, the 1985 Mercury Marquis station wagon, was known for being a stellar combination of style and comfort that translated into an even better family wagon. The 1985 Mercury Marquis station wagon had a notable wood exterior, which was quite popular on family wagons at this time. Not to mention the advent of the powerful V8 engine, which is known for being reliable as well as powerful. The 1985 Mercury Marquis station wagon was a one-of-a-kind choice for a family wagon. For some wagon models, size was everything, and the Mercury Colony Park was the large and well-designed family wagon that offered a good amount of interior space and a big, smooth-running V8 engine that Mercury was famous for implementing in their vehicles. The Mercury Colony Park had the unique wood exterior paneling that made the cars of this time famous, and the interesting design was actually one of the most classy of the family segment. The Mercury Colony Park also boasted a huge amount of trunk space, even competing with the modern vans of today. The collection of compact cars sold at GM during the 80s was quite unique, to say the least. The Pontiac variation was known as the Sunbird. The Sunbird station wagon was an interesting little wagon model that was based on the Buick Skyhawk and the Chevrolet Cavalier. The 1984 Pontiac Sunbird station wagon was also a much more sporty-looking model, which gave a good deal of fun to a family-friendly car that was otherwise a bland segment. Utilizing the same design as the Ford Crown Victoria, the 1986 Ford LTD station wagon was a one-of-a-kind design which entered the family wagon market. The 1986 Ford LTD station wagon was known for being a unique design with a roomy interior that even had a third row which was optional. The 1986 Ford LTD station wagon was an excellent alternative to many other larger wagons that were on the market, making for a great choice for the family, especially for those that didn't want a much larger and expensive wagon. During the early 80s, Chrysler was at a point where they were trying to innovate, and the Dodge Omni wagon was known for being a gas-efficient and quite roomy for the lightweight size of the car. The Dodge Omni wagon was similar to the later Geo Metro 5-door, which was sold during the 90s. There were many positives to choosing the Omni over the much larger traditional wagon models. The Dodge Omni wagon was produced well into the 90s and ended up being one of the most popular models. The corporate cousin of the Dodge Omni was known as a more fuel-efficient variation, and it included a lot of standard features for the price. The Plymouth Horizon wagon was a great choice for young families, especially in the segment for a lightweight and affordable car. The Plymouth Horizon wagon is also one-of-a-kind choice and one of the best-selling compact cars of the 80s. It helped in revitalizing the Chrysler brand and the compact car segment in general in the domestic market. The Mercury Sable and the Ford Taurus revolutionized the family sedan and wagon market, offering a new and easy-to-drive family car that was roomy enough for even the largest of families. Offering a powerful V6 engine and a one-of-a-kind exterior style that looked like a spaceship, the Mercury Sable was a unique car that managed to sell for 3 decades. It goes down in history as one of the best-selling passenger cars to roll off of a Ford production line. The Chevrolet Caprice was one of the best-selling GM cars of all time, and with good reason. The one-of-a-kind exterior and interior was large and not seen in a car that often. With the one-of-a-kind styling, the Chevrolet Caprice wagon was a stellar value for most families to choose. The Chevrolet Caprice wagon was also one of the few family wagons that offered a powerful V8 motor and one of the roomiest interiors in the class. Long before the GMC Safari minivan, there was another car on the GM assembly line using the same Safari brand name. The 1987 Pontiac Safari was a family wagon that took a one-of-a-kind exterior design and a well-appointed interior, turning it into an affordable ride for most families. The 1987 Pontiac Safari also offered a variation of the V6 engine, which was far more gas-efficient than most other cars in this price range at the time. Not to mention in this segment where there were quite a few wagons. Well, there you have it. 13 American station wagons no one remembers. What wagons do you think should be in this list instead? Comment down below and let's discuss. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button to keep you updated on our future uploads. Until then, I'll catch you on the next one.